Well, good morning and welcome to Mindful Movement with AARP Alabama. I'm your host, Judy Mannings, and today's workout session with Health Educator Jerri Haslem will focus on cardio activities. Folks, we want to remind you that AARP is empowering people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization with more than 420,000 members in Alabama. AARP's role is to advocate on their behalf, all of them, without regard to politics. When the pandemic began, AARP Alabama decided to continue our healthy living events online. Mindful movement provides an opportunity for you to keep moving in the safety of your home. Hi, Jerri. What are we working on today?
Good morning, and thank you so much, Judy. We are going to stretch and do some boxing today. So we're going to have that cardio today along with the stretching moves. We're going to have a good time. We're going to move.
Jerri, I have no doubt that it will be a very good workout and look forward to it. But remember, folks, before you begin any exercise routine, you should consult with your physician to be sure it's safe to participate. Take it away, Jerri.
Thank you so much, Judy. Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to stand up. So if you're sitting down watching me, and if you choose to continue to sit down, what I always ask you for is a smile. So let's stand up. If you're sitting, we're going to take our feet maybe hip distance apart. Our knees are relaxed. We're not going to lock out our joints, okay? So our knees are soft. And what I like for you to start with is simply placing your hands on your thighs. Let them roll down, and I want you to push your behind back. When I say push back, you're going to push back so you can feel that in the back of those thighs. So you're going to push that reary deary back. Put your hands on your thighs. Your knees are soft, okay? And what I want you to do, just listen to me. I don't want you to have to look up at me. Just listen. You're going to drop your head and you're just going to roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Okay? So let's try that again. Again, your feet are hip distance apart. Okay? You're going to put your hands on your thighs and just slowly roll that body down. Those knees are soft. So hear me when I say this because you don't have to look at the screen. You're going to look toward your floor if you're outside, and you're simply going to take your body and roll all the way up. Oh, warming up that back. There we go. Let's do that once again, okay? Hands on your thighs and just let it slide down to your knees right here. Think about a cat and just tuck and roll your body all the way up. Oh, that should feel so good. Now, what I want you to do this time, you're going to drop your hands right here by your side, and I want you to turn your palms out, okay? That's going to open up your chest. Every time we do a move, we're doing it because we want to slowly and intentionally get that body in a position so we can move with cardio. So right here, take those arms and roll them all the way up, 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 okay? I want you to reach from your waist. You may not see my hands, but imagine you touching your ceiling. So your hands are just all the way up. You're lifting from that waist. There you go. Turn those palms out and slowly bring those arms all the way down. And when you do this, I want you to feel all of that going all the way down your back. Okay, a very intentional move. Again, your palms are facing outward. You simply pull those arms all the way up. You're lifting those arms all the way up as tall as you can. There you go. Reach up from that waist. Turn those hands out and bring them all the way down. You can feel that all the way down your back. Thank you. Right here, let's take those feet and put them not really together, but we're going to put heel to toe. And when I say heel to toe, remember I always talk about my own balance beam when I do that. So I've got my heel to toe, okay? So the heel to toe, and I'm simply going to, again, roll my body down as comfortable as I can. I want you to be comfortable with your range of motion. Don't look at me and think, oh, she's going down more than me, it doesn't matter. Then simply, once you're comfortable, relax that body. You're on your own balance beam and roll yourself back up. When you do that, it may feel a little uncomfortable, okay? Because again, your heels are stacked heel to toe, so you're in a straight line. And that can cause you maybe to wobble. I have, and it's perfectly fine, okay? So we're gonna change it out. Again, we're heel to toe. So I've got that straight line as if I'm on my own balancing beam. And right here, I'm just gonna trust myself with this stretch. I'm just gonna roll down as comfortable as I can, okay? Competing with no one and simply rolling that body up, okay? Take those legs apart. So now we're going to just start with one leg. You can place your hands down, or you can put your hands, just rest them on your hips. And we're gonna start by bringing one leg up. We're just bringing it up. And when you do that, I want you to stand up tall. So I don't want you to pull the leg up and lean back. I want you to stand up nice and tall and warming that body up. Now the leg that's planted, it's engaged. It's not a lock, but it is engaged to the floor, okay? Give me 4 more. There we go. 3 more lifts. I want 2 more and 1 more. Warming up that body, okay? Again, your hands can be by your side, or you can place them and just rest them on your hips. We're gonna go with the opposite leg. We're gonna do 10 lifts. And when I say that, you're lifting from your entire leg, that hip, not your foot. Your foot comes off the floor, but it's because you're lifting from that hip. So the leg is up, you're bringing it up, it's control. You're not leaning back when you do that. It's completely comfortable and it's raised up, okay? You're gonna lift it. I want 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So each side we did 10 lifts, okay? So now let's get that and let's go with 5 on each side, but we're going to alternate. So if we're doing a high march, okay? So we're gonna alternate, lifting those legs up. It's not a race. We're just warming that body up, okay? We have 2 more on each side. 1 more on each side. There you go. So warming that body up, okay? So now let's go with those shoulders. Let's warm this entire body up. Let's roll those shoulders up and back. There you go. Up and back. 1 more, please. Now take those shoulders up and forward. There we go. Up and forward. I want 1 more, please. There we go. We're going to take that and give it just a little bit more rhythm and warming up. And what I want you to do, your hips, your feet are about hip distance apart, okay? And you're going to place one arm on top of the other. So I've got my hand and my elbow. And I want you to twist from your waist, turning. If you can, we're going to alternate, okay? So we're warming up that body. It's just a very smooth move. And I don't care how far you turn. It's really up to you. So often we're not used to turning. We'll turn from our heads, but not from our waist. 1 more on each side, please. Warming that body up. There we go. Drop those hands. So now what we're going to do is even more of a little bit of a stretch, okay? And when I say that, I want you to feel comfortable when we do this. Your legs are a little bit wider apart than hip distance this time. A little bit wider apart. And right here, we're simply going to lean with our hips to the back, okay? We're just leaning. We're just kind of stretching out as if we were on our own slopes. I guess we're skiing, but you're just going to take your hips from one side to the other. It's gentle. You're not forcing it, but you will feel this stretch warming up the inner thighs. So we're stretching. Again, one side to the other. Our hips are going back, so no pressure on our knees when we do this. 1 more on each side. There we go. Bring those legs in. So now what we're going to do, I hope you feel a little bit more comfortable. You've warmed up. You've got that body moving. We're standing up. We're going to do some moves today, some boxing moves. We're going to be our own boxers, and we're not going to compete with anyone except ourselves, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to first just start with the hook. And when I do that, working that waist when we do it, and we're not twisting a lot. But we're just bringing it up. Think about sliding your arm across a shell. So you're just going to bring it up. So you're bringing it up from your waist. So it's a complete move when you do that, okay? Let's do the other side, okay? So you're just bringing it up. We're bringing that arm up. That motion is coming from your waist when you do that, okay? So what we can do with that is a hook. So it's like you're coming. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable with this. I want you to feel good about it. So again, if your range of motion or if your rotator cuff is not allowing you to do that, you can just go from here. So you don't have to bring it from your waist in a full circle. Some people, your arms and your rotator cuffs, it may not like that move. So I want you to be aware of your range of motion, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our feet apart, and we're gonna be our own boxer here. Our knees are soft, we're strong, we're not leaning over, we're standing up. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go a hook, two more, a hook and a hook. A fast move, but very impactful. Let's go 4 on the other side. So it's a hook. Remember, you don't have to bring it all the way from the waist if you don't feel comfortable with that, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to do 4 on each side, and we're going to alternate. So if we were right here, we would just go hook. We're hooking. It's a very quick move. I want 2 more on each side. 1 more on each side. Give me 1 more. There we go. So that's a hook, okay? Now, what I want you to think about is an uppercut. You've heard of that. So if I'm coming and I'm bringing that right up under my chin, so it's an uppercut. All of these moves, they're working your upper body as well as your core. That waist, you're waking it up when you do that. So it's an uppercut. If I were going right up under the chin, now I want to see a smile. I don't want you to hide your face from me. Okay, give me that smile. So it's uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so again, we had a hook, we had an uppercut. Let's just go with a jab. Okay, a jab. Notice how I'm turning my body. I'm letting that heel come off the floor. I don't want to turn and leave it down and tear something. So when I turn, I'm turning with it. So I'm just going to jab out. It's a jab. It's a jab. It's a quick move. You don't have to make it as quick. I want you to feel comfortable, but it's just like a little hot potato. So it's a jab. It's a jab. It's a jab. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay? Let's do the other side. And again, all of these moves, if you say, Jerri, why are we doing these things? I always tell you, it's our function. We're always moving and doing things in our everyday life. And those everyday moves can sometimes injure us if we're not prepared for it. So when we do these things, it's like anything. You're throwing a ball, you're catching a ball. You may be in your home and you're like, well, I need to reach up on a shelf. I need to go and, and bend down. So every time we do something, I want you to be aware of how you can incorporate that in your everyday activities, in your everyday movements, really, okay? So the other side, it's a jab, it's a jab, it's a jab, it's a jab, okay? It's quick, and what you traditionally would be trying to do is just jab me right in the face. So it's not down, it's not up, it's just straight ahead. 4, 3, 2, and 1, okay? So that would be a jab. So we've got our hook, we've got our uppercut, we've got our jab, okay? So if we were to put that together, if I was go hook, uppercut, jab, we could put all of that together, okay? Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, jab. Quick move, giving us a little bit of cardio if we do that fast and do it just quickly, like 4 to 8 reps. So a hook, uppercut, jab, a hook, uppercut, jab, hook, uppercut, jab, hook, uppercut, jab. You get it? Again, everything we do, I want you to feel comfortable when you do those moves, okay? So those are some of our boxing moves. And a lot of times people will say, I see these boxers with these unbelievable six packs, and I don't have one, by the way, but I know people who do. But what you want to know, a lot of times with that jump rope, that cardiovascular, it is amazing how it's working all of your body as well as your core. Now, if you're uncomfortable jumping, be it your ankles or your knees, or you're just like, I don't want to do that, you can take that down by imagining you have a rope and just alternating with a heel dig. You're still moving your arms, you're still moving your heels, and this can be still your jump rope. And I will say to you, get you in your mind your own rhythm, your own goal, and you say, you know what, I'm going to jump rope for 50 seconds, for 30 seconds, or I'm just going to jump rope 10 rotations of the jump rope. Whatever your goal is, that jump rope, you see how we're just doing this on a very comfortable level, okay? Now, if we wanted to, we can add an impact, and I can take my heels off the floor, but not come completely off the floor with the jump. So I can bring my heels up, okay? So it's a little bit more than just the heel dig, but I'm not, my complete foot is not coming off of the floor, okay? So I was bringing my heels up. Even that move, it will get your cardio going, okay? So let's do that a few more times. Again, I want you to imagine you have your own jump rope. You're gonna bring those heels off the floor. And you're gonna give me a smile too, because I always require that. So let's go with 15, bringing our heels off the floor, cardio, okay? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? Again, waking up that body. We can go into a full jump rope and do that. And I want you to understand, regardless of what level you do it on, I just need you moving, okay? So again, we could do a full jump. We could take this with just our heels, or we could take this with the heel dig, or we could add to it. We could just step out with it, okay? So you can have so many different combinations with your own jumping. I know some people say, I don't like that. These are basic exercises that you can modify for your challenge. And everybody's challenge is different, okay? I want 2 more each side. Sometimes I can't count, okay? So understanding, taking those legs out, give a modified jumping jack. Oh my God, no, she's not gonna make me do a jumping jack. You can do a jumping jack in so many variations, okay? So you can go slow, or you can just step out. So if I were to step out, not even using my arms, just almost like I'm just stepping from one side, a soft squat. So I'm just gonna step. Now with this move, I can add a little hop, okay? So what I want you to understand is your level, your intensity is for you, okay? So it's 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, be it we're stepping, we're doing more so of a hop, we're doing a step, putting those things together to get that cardio going. And people will say, well, how long should I do cardio? I tell people, you have to see what your time is allowing. If you only have 15 minutes, guess what? You can do that. You don't have to be at a 2-hour event to get that cardio going. So again, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You can take these and say, well, you know what? I'm going to do 10 minutes this morning and 15 minutes this afternoon and 20 minutes at lunch. Who knows? But again, just moving that body is so important for just everyday functionality, okay? We're going to start with this move. This is going to be a combination. And with this, I want your feet to be out, okay? And this boxing move is a bob and weave. It can be high intensity. It does not have to be that way. But when they say that, you're imagining that you're getting under that boxing ring. So you're stepping in the ring, but you're going under the ropes and then you're coming back out. So right here, you would be protecting that gorgeous face of yours. Your arms would be here. And what you would do, you'd be going, it's a bob and a weave. So I'm going down and I'm lifting up and I'm putting the weight in my heels, in my hips, but not in my knees. So I can do this fast or slow, but it's a bob and a weave. So I'm coming back up and I can come to the back. So I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, we could do that at a much faster pace and still putting those moves together to give ourselves a full workout when we do that. So a bob and a weave, okay? Now this is another move that I'm gonna give you. And again, it's just thinking about that red speed bag that you see at a lot of places. It's gonna be above your head. So some people may not be comfortable looking up, and that's fine. What you can do, you can simply have that speed bag in front of you. So you're rotating those arms. And then what you can do, you can go to one side, back in the center, back to the other side. And if you wanted to go a little bit higher, you could, okay? So it's a speed bag. And you're just doing this. And I always say, do it to your own pace, maybe having your favorite music and just making those arms work. It's that cardio you have, okay? We're gonna go to one side, in the middle, the other side, back to the middle, the other side. Let's take it up and bring it back down. Moving that body at a pace that's comfortable with you, okay? The stretching, the boxing, taking all of those moves together and making it your workout. So with what we've done today, let's just kind of recap that and put all the moves together. And if you decide you don't want to do that, that's fine. No pressure here, okay? So let's start with simply our hook, our uppercut, and our jab. So I'm going to take my feet apart. And what we're going to do, we're just going to do this for maybe 30 seconds, okay? Maybe a little bit longer, maybe not, but I want you to feel comfortable. So we're just doing a hook, okay? An uppercut and a jab. So a hook, an uppercut, a jab, a hook, an uppercut, a jab, hook. And we can go fast, we can go slow, we can mix it up, but I want you to feel comfortable when you do this. Got it? Hook, uppercut, jab, hook, uppercut, jab, hook, uppercut, jab. One more say hook, uppercut, jab. Oh my goodness, 15, 20 seconds, maybe even 30, but just getting that body moving, that dynamic speed work, okay? Then let's get that jump rope again, okay? So with our jump rope, again, I'm not asking you to do what I'm doing. I'm asking you to do what you're comfortable with, okay? We've got our imaginary jump rope. I'm gonna start with heel digs. So I'm just gonna alternate my heel digs using my imaginary jump rope, alternating, putting one heel out at a time. Then I'm going to take this to stepping it out. So now I'm going to step it out with my heel digs. I'm still going to do what I'm comfortable with. That's going to give me the best workout that I can get, okay? So it's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm just going to pull my heels off the floor, not my entire foot, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I love that when we do that. Now I'm gonna go with my bob and weave, okay? So with that, okay, just a bob and a weave. This is your entire workout, stretching up. We're warmed up. We're doing what we want to do with that. We're going low, we're going high. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go with my speed bag, okay? So remember, I can have it in front of me, a little bit higher. I can go to the side. I could turn with this. I can make this as dynamic as I want it to be, okay? But moving that body, keep it moving for me. There we go. Now bring it down, okay? So what I want you to understand is moving, period. That's all I ask. I don't care what you feel like. I want you to feel comfortable. I don't want you to say, oh, this is a chore. We never, ever, ever want this to be a chore. I want you to feel like, oh my goodness, I could do this for another 5 minutes or whatever, okay? That's going to be up to you. So I'm going to take this body and stretch it back down. It's so important. So often when we work out, we may or may not stretch and warm up. We may just get out there and hit it. Then we don't stretch when we finish. And then we say, oh my goodness, I don't know what's wrong. Well, stretching, warming up, and cooling down are so important. They are just as important as the workout. So think of it as a sandwich, okay? You've got 2 ends in the middle. And it's not a sandwich if you don't have all 3. It's something else. So let us take this body. Let's take those legs out. Again, our knees are soft. We're not locking them out. They're soft, okay? We're going to put our hands on our thighs. Right here, we're just going to lean over, a very good stretch. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to take one shoulder and turn it in. I know I don't see your beautiful face when I do this, and it's okay. Just turning in from that shoulder. My back is flat again. I'm going to take the other shoulder. I'm going to turn it in. There we go. Turning that body. Now I'm flat again. Now I'm simply going to tuck and roll my body all the way up. Okay? I'm going to do that again. Okay? Placing my hands on my thighs, pushing my hips back, taking it back. Right here, I'm flat. I'm going to take that shoulder and turn it in. Okay? Turning that shoulder in. So important. Now my back is flat again. Taking the other shoulder, twisting that body, because we got it warm, we got it moving. Now my back is flat again. Now I'm simply going to tuck and roll all the way up. Okay? I'm going to pull my legs together. And what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to take one leg and cross it over the other. Okay? So now both of my feet are flat. Okay, and what I'm simply going to do, I'm simply going to let my body roll down. It's a very comfortable stretch, and you go down as far as you can. Remember, we never compete with anyone. Okay, you're just going to drop down, then you're going to roll all the way up. We're going to change those legs out. Okay, crossing the opposite leg over, and both heels are on the floor. Okay. You're simply going to roll down. And what I always want you to do is to feel comfortable. Don't look at the screen because I want your body to be relaxed, okay? Just listen to me. Rolling down, relaxing that body, and then slowly roll it up, one vertebrae at a time, okay? Uncross those legs. Now right here, let's take those arms out. Palms are facing up. Okay, and we're simply going to take those hands and reach all the way up for our ceiling. Turn those hands out and bring it all the way down. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to bring your shoulders up and drop them. Just letting go of all the tension, all the stress, okay? Let's bring it up again. And let's just drop it. I want you to give me a very comfortable, deep inhale and blow it up and out. I want you to give me a deep inhale again and blow it up and out. I want you to let your head fall to one shoulder, not forcing it, but just let it relax, giving yourself a nice, letting yourself know it's okay wherever you are. This journey of health is constantly moving. And you know what? If you didn't move yesterday, so what? You've got today. Bring that head up, drop the head to the opposite shoulder. Okay? Never, ever, ever guilt yourself on what you didn't do yesterday, especially in this health. You know what? We're just going to start today. Bring the head up. I want you to inhale really deep, blow it up and out the last time. Again, I thank you so much. I'm Jerri. I'm going to ask Tawana to come back because I always want to answer your questions. So we're going to have Tawana to come back, and I've enjoyed it. I always do. Thank you.
Hey, Jerri, thank you. It's a great workout.
Thank you.
We got one question in here for you.
Okay.
In the jump rope adaptations, is there one that's better than the other for your knees?
Absolutely, yes. When you say the adaptation, not the rope itself, but what's very good if you are having knee issues is to do the heel dig. I don't want any jumping if you have knees. So taking the heels out or just stepping out, that is excellent. But if you're having knee issues, I do not want you to bring those heels up and down. Don't do that. No. So your option would be the heel and the tap out. Okay? No pressure on the knees.
Thanks, Jerri. Folks, thanks again for joining us for Mindful Movement. Remember, we're here every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central. We're going to show you our exit video. Remember to stay safe and stay fit. Hey, Jerri, thanks for sticking around. We had one late question come in.
Okay.
Can you answer this one for us?
Yes.
They wanted to know how to do the bend, lean jab without, I guess, in a seated position.
Okay. Well, I'm going to grab a chair if that's okay, and maybe that'll help with
That's
me
fine.
physically seeing it. I would recommend a higher chair than what I'm about to get because, again, this is a kind of low chair. But if I were sitting here, and I'm going to just sit back, so right here, if I have my hands and I'm going to cover my face when I do that, okay? But what we would do, it would still be the hook, and then it would be the uppercut, and it would be the jab. So I still can do all of those moves with my upper body. I don't have to worry about twisting or injuring my ankle because I'm not going past literally my waist when I do this. So I'm jabbing still, I'm hooking still, and in my uppercut, now I don't have any arms on my chair. So if someone had arms, it may be a little awkward to bring that arm. If I had arms on the chair, if that makes sense. So maybe a folding chair would be ideal if you were doing exercises in a chair. And let me say this, exercises in a chair are amazing and they're wonderful. And I have heard people have said to me, oh, exercising in a chair is nothing. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I want you to just exercise with me in the chair. It is amazing work. So whether you're standing or sitting, that movement is impactful.
Thanks, Jerri. We appreciate that. Folks, have a great week. Take care.
Thank you.